Okay, and then throttle, and we're looking for 4,600, and then we'll climb out. What I'm going to do is taxi out a little and come back so I can get all the way to the end.
Okay.
I was thinking we would just fly over to Warren Skeets. It's real close over here. They got another grass strip, but it's really big. Either that, or I don't know, maybe you want to go to Portage, depending on traffic, you know. Not much wind today, but I'm going to go this way. You all set, buddy?
Yep.
I'm going to pull up here and stop just for a second. Flaps down a little bit too far, I think. There we go. So what I'm looking for, I'm going to push the power all the way in. I'm going to look for the nose to come up almost within 50 feet or so. It'll come up pretty quick. And then eventually the main gear will start to tickle the runway. You'll feel it get real light, and it'll just start kind of tickling and tickling. And then once I feel it where it's solidly off, I'll actually push the nose down a little bit to stay low until I get 50 or 60,
Okay.
70, and then I'm going to pull the nose up and we'll climb like crazy.
All right.
That's the plan. And if any of that doesn't happen on time, we pull the power off pretty quick and then stop. That's us. We're going to take off that way. This map is actually going to Portage, but I always check this for traffic. Like right there's an airplane 34,000 feet above us. That's an airliner. There's a couple over there actually, but I don't see a lot of others. Let me look over here at Portage, because sometimes they're real busy. Yeah, there's nothing over there. Maybe we'll go over there. I know you've been there before, and we'll fly over the lake and stuff first, just for fun.
Okay.
All right. Heading light on. Oh, I forgot to do this too, in case we need it.
Yeah.
Here we go, buddy.
That's a big bonfire pile y'all got going now.
Yeah. All right, nose wheels up. Just tickling the ground. There's 50, 60, 70. Start raising my flaps. And we're going like crazy, buddy. Ooh, that sun's brutal, but we're climbing. We're at 70 miles an hour. so much, and it's a, like you said, interesting view. What do you think? You want to go over that lake? That's Milton.
Oh, I see it. Sure.
Or you want to go do landings, or?
Sure. I mean, I wouldn't mind trying one or two, or.
Well, let's do this. If we're going to do that, I'm going to let you fly a little bit.
Okay.
Let me get you up a little bit first here. Let me kick the autopilot off, and I'm going to take it up to 3,000 or something like 3,200 or something odd.
Okay.
And some cardinal heading like south here. I hate to go into the sun, but we're going to have to for a few minutes here. See this traffic. Okay, buddy, we're at 3,000 feet. I'm going to bring the power back. So you take the airplane. You got the airplane.
Okay.
Now, yeah, there you go. Just feel around a little bit here. Just feel it. It's very, very sensitive.
Yeah, I can tell already.
You barely have to move it, and it really goes. But you're doing a good job. Figure out what level is, what that looks like. It's a little higher. The nose is higher than the Savannah used to be.
Oh, okay.
You know, just to be level flight. You're still at 3,040. You're climbing just a smidge. There you go. And that's common. So what I'm going to have you do, buddy, I don't know if you can see it, but 76, the highway, is right there.
Yep.
And it goes this way too. I'm going to have you turn and follow it that way. And if you want, you can just, I mean, you know, generally I'm going to have you go east is whatever.
Okay.
And so go ahead and start that turn. Yeah.
Okay.
And, you know, I'll tell you when to quit banking. You can bank a little more. Now you're climbing a little. There you go. Not too. There you go. Oh, you're pretty good actually, buddy. It's so sensitive. Even I react to it a little. Overreact sometimes.
Yeah.
Nice though. See, you're at 30-20. You're at 3,020. You're still perfect. Now you're going east, so level out. There you go. Very nice.
Okay.
Very nice. Now let's try going back down to the south. Then make a right turn to the south.
Okay.
Same thing, and just a little bit of rudder helps you. You know, on that same side.
Yeah.
So you just push a little pressure on that right rudder when you make these turns, or left rudder when you're going left, and that keeps the ball in the center, keeps the string in the center. And there you go. There you go. There you go. And you're almost due south because I don't know if you noticed the road.
Yeah.
The roads are good indicators, north, south, east, west, you know?
Yeah.
Still 3,000 feet, buddy. You're doing great. This is going to be hard, I know, but we got to turn west, so turn into the sun. The sun is brutal right now, but I'm just trying to get you a little feel for it before we go on the pattern and go do some landings.
Yeah. Boy, it's been a while since I've even done a landing in that Savannah.
Oh yeah, I know, buddy. I'll watch you close. Now you can see we just parallel the road and you'll be going west.
Yeah.
76, pretty much west, you know. Very nice, buddy. You're only at 3,060, so you haven't really, you're doing as good as the autopilot does as far as altitude. Doing real good. Let's go north.
Okay.
I'm going to show you a little bit of difference too. Now when we get in the pattern, we're going to be slower, and the airplane feels a little different when it's slower. I don't know if you remember, we used to do slow flight.
Yeah.
We're not really going to do that so much, but I just want to show you. Awesome, buddy. Fantastic. Okay, so what's going to happen is I'm going to start pulling power off a little bit. I'm going to let you do it.
Okay.
Here's our power at 4,000 RPM.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have you pull that back to about, let's say 3,500. So just ease it back, and as it goes back, you're going to maintain altitude, you're going to have to raise the nose very slightly. Pull it on back. 36, 30, 35. That's good. That's in the neighborhood. So what's happening is we're slowing down, and you're right at 3,000 still. So at some point or other, it'll get to 80, and that's when we can start adding flaps. We may do a little slow flight, buddy, just because you're doing so good. There's 80. I'm going to start adding a little bit of flaps. You're going to feel a difference, and I'm going to have to trim back a little for you. Okay. And we got 33. That's good. Just leave it there because we want to be slow. And And you might even have to add a little power as we get more flaps in. And you feel the difference?
Yeah.
How much more it takes? It's because we're slow.
Yep.
Add just a smidge of power. There you go. We're at 70, 69. That's about what we're going to do on final. Except we're going to be going downhill. Man, it's getting warm in here.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and re-add power to 42 or so. And as you're doing that, you'll have to lower the nose to maintain altitude again. I'm going to start slowly bringing the flaps up. Flaps are all the way up. There goes 80. Tell me what you need for trim. You remember the...
Little forward.
Should be able to let go and it pretty much stay. What's it? Still going forward some more?
A little bit, yeah. There we go. That's pretty good.
That's okay. Okay.
It's just bumpy too.
Yeah, there's a couple of quite a bit. See this line right here, buddy? The magenta line? And now everybody's going that way?
Yep.
Oops, sorry. We're going to follow that line. So go ahead and start turning.
Okay.
That way. Buddy, if you want, you can start descending. And what I would do that is I would pull the power back a little bit, maybe 3,800.
Okay.
And just let the nose over and let it slowly descend. You don't even hardly have to do anything. It'll almost do it on its own.
Right.
This is a good heading. We might even have to do more. This airplane's pretty slippery. It don't like to slow down or go down. Let's see what you got here. It looks like you're descending. Yep, you're good. The red roof's on the other side. So we want to split that and go right across, buddy.
Okay.
In the middle of that runway.
Straight across it?
Straight across that way, yep.
Alright. Am I about in the middle of it now?
Yeah, you're good. You're in good shape. And your 2000s, this is perfect, buddy. This is pattern altitude.
Okay.
At Warren Skeets Experimental 601 Kilo Tangos, turning left downwind, runway 18, Warren Skeets. Warren Skeets Experimental 601 Kilo Tango is turning left base, runway 18, Warren Skeets. We're going down now, buddy. We're
Wing County 7, Ranger 91, Lima, I'm turning left, downwind, runway 28, Wing County.
there you go. You're looking at about 75 or so.
Okay.
If you want to keep coming down, you can see the runway over there. This is awful with the sun, I know, but
I see it.
okay, I'm going to give you a little more flaps, and you're going to need trim, I think.
Yeah. That's better.
Go ahead and start your turn, and I'm going to help you a little bit here. Don't want to get too slow.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to get on the controls and help you out, buddy.
Alright.
The runway is actually the nice, beautiful green,
Okay.
and just beyond there's a strip there, a paved strip, so we need to further right.
Okay.
You see it over there?
Yeah.
You got to get on over there. We want to be over there. I'm going to help you a little bit. Okay, you're doing good. Coming down nicely. Altitude's not too bad. I'm going to add a little power because we're a little low now.
Okay.
And we're a little bit slow, so we're at 67. There's 70. I like about 65 on final, 65 or 70, but
Yeah.
we're a little low. So, and you're going to lose sight of the runway actually over the nose. But if you look
Right.
just around the edge, you can see can you see the end of the runway? Or where that?
I can see it, yeah.
Okay, so
I
now,
can see it probably better than you can.
now we're getting pretty good. Keep coming down. Keep coming down. Now we want to come down. Keep coming down. There we go. Keep coming down. I'm going to pull power just a little bit. Keep coming down. Keep. Pull back, pull. A little. Just a little. Just a little. Little. Okay, hold back. Hold back. Hold back. Hold back. Hold back. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, I'm going to turn us around.
Okay.
At Warren Skeets Experiment. experimental 601 Kilo Tango is going to be departing runway 18, and we're going to be in the pattern at Warren Skeets. So I'm going to help you on this one because this is a little different than paved takeoffs. We're going to hold all the way back, and back is back here. And then as soon as that nose wheel comes up, we're going to start letting off.
Okay.
Okay, so just go with my feeling, and I'll help you with it, all right? And then we're going to let the wheel, it's going to take off by itself. We'll push forward a little, and then we'll go.
Okay.
Very gentle, though. Let's see if I can make sure flaps are where I want them. Lights on. Temperature's good. Everything looks good. Okay, I'm going to do this just to make this bigger. It makes it easier to see the speeds and everything. Ready?
Yep.
So I want to go full power, buddy. Just push it right on in and be fairly aggressive. We're going to go right rudder to keep that centered.
Okay.
And ready? Whenever you are.
Here we go.
Very nice. Hold it back. You'll feel the nose come up here in just a second. There she goes. You feel that? Just slightly forward. Very good. Now slightly forward again. There we go. Slightly forward. There we go. So we get a little speed. 70. Now come back. I want to start raising your flaps up. And you're trying to maintain about 70, 75. Yeah. Right rudder a little bit.
Or up.
Very nice, buddy. Yeah, up makes it go slower in this configuration. That's not bad, though. That was almost your takeoff. You know, real close. You did most of it. At Warren Skeets, experimental 601 Kilo Tango's turning final, runway 18, Warren Skeets. Here comes your final flaps. And you might need a little more power because we're starting to sink here. We're
Yeah,
I
see.
Yeah, so just, there you go. And pull the nose a little bit. There you go. And remember, we need to get over. You see where the grass is? Pull it on over there, buddy.
My instincts tell me get in between the trees, but
Yeah, it's closer to those trees. Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah. It is closer to those trees. Now we're getting a little low still, more power. There you go, that's what I want to hear. There you go, and pull back just a smidge. There you go, not too much, just a little. A little more that way. Okay, and you can do it good. Doing good, about 70 on speed here, looking good. Okay, you can start easing the power back a little, just easy. And keep coming down, keep coming down, keep coming down, keep coming down. You got it, you got it. Pull, pull. Okay, pull back, pull power all the way off, all the way back. There you go. I got the brakes, you don't have brakes over there, so. Yeah, that was even more you, buddy.
I can tell a little bit.
Yeah, you got a little sideways there.
Oh yeah.
And but that was just a little gust at the end. Okay,
Oh, really?
Hold it back all the way, buddy. Hold it back. But that's why I like landing on grass, because you're on grass, it just skids a little, and it's okay. You know, it's not going to hurt anything as long as you don't get too far.
Yeah.
That was good though. That was mostly you again.
It got it a little straighter when we actually hit the ground, which was a relief. But I couldn't, if it was really dead on or not.
Yeah, you were just before we touched. It was sad because you had it wired, and just before we touched down, it just started going a little bit sideways. But I knew, just because of the grass and everything, that it wasn't enough that was going to hurt anything. As soon as the wheels touch, it just straightens right back up. Those two main gear, you know.
Yeah.
Not a bad flare though. That was just kind of a little kerplop. That was perfect. Sometimes if you start to really sink, you could just touch the power a little bit more, and that'll help you. Don't want to get too slow in the grass, so
Yeah.
because it'll sink. You know, this grass. It's in good shape, but the grass is kind of thick, and
Yeah.
it'll slow you down. You can see our track.
Maybe a little wet.
Yeah. Yep. We'll do a couple more, and we'll head back home.
All right.
If you're good for that. Man, that heater is.
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, I'm wearing a couple layers actually.
I turned it off. It's a little more power, buddy. trees are deceiving. I
it's
never
a big,
noticed it
huge
before.
field.
Yeah, yeah, you got that big field there. So, yeah, pull your nose back a little. I don't want to get too low. It sinks really hard here when I put the final flaps in here. So we're looking for
Yeah.
about 70 here.
Okay.
So whatever you need to do with the pitch to get where you need and power to maintain about 70. There you go. There you go. And I'm coming in with your final flaps and trim. Okay, you got it. You got it. 67. Not bad. That's not bad. Oh, this is looking good, buddy. Okay, stay with it. Stay with. There you go. That's a good add of power. Pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back. Pull back. You got a flare, buddy. That one you didn't flare. Now hold it all the way back. You started to sink and you didn't flare to recover it. That's all right, though. That happens. Okay. Add a little power. No. Did you see it? Did you see the sink start?
Not really that time. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But I mean, I obviously could tell when we landed.
We were a tad slow, and that's why we started to slink it. Not bad though. You were at 67, I think. You weren't slow. I mean, if you had pulled back, you would have arrested that descent. It's just kind of kerplop.
Yeah.
Versus being a nice smooth landing, and you could just you can just touch the power a little bit more, and that'll slow that descent rate down. But you got to flare.
Yeah.
And this airplane's just different enough as far as knowing where the gear are to flare,
Yeah.
Knowing when to flare and where and how much and all that. One more time around, then we'll go home, okay?
All right. See if I can get it good this
I want you to end on a good one.
Yeah.
I would do the paved runway, buddy, but it's real narrow. I don't even like it. It's really, really narrow.
Yeah. The last time I had a good floaty landing was, I had a hard time keeping it straight
Yeah.
afterwards. So there's still that factor.
Yep. At Warren Skeets, experimental 601 Kilo Tango is going to be departing runway 18 for one more time around the pattern, Warren Skeets. Laps where we want them. Okay, buddy. See if you can do this full landing or full takeoff by yourself, which really you almost did last time. So, all right, I'm ready when you are. Lights are all on, pressures are good.
Okay.
Full power, and then you know the drill.
Yep.
All the way.
Here we go.
You feel the nose come up momentarily. There it is. A little more forward. There you go. There you go. Feel that. Feel that. A little forward. Let it accelerate. There you go. Now you're getting your 70. I'm coming up with flaps. I'm going to fix your trim for you. How's that trim feel?
Good.
All right. This is great, buddy. 80's okay. I mean, 75, 80. It's, you're doing good. You can tell the airplane really wants to climb.
Yeah.
Alright, one more time around the pattern and we'll head back to the house. At Warren Skeets, experimental 601 Kilo Tango's turning final. Runway 18, Warren Skeets. Okay, you may need to add power again now. We've got our altitude more under control. There you go. Maybe went a little too far, but that's okay. That's an easy correction. That's good right there. Speed's good. Oh, I like it. This is such a good setup, buddy. And this really, these kind of sets up like this. There you go. You don't want to be below about 70-ish right here. This is good.
Yeah.
And you're sinking pretty hard too, so that means, add a little power. Yeah. A good setup usually helps lead to a good landing. When you feel a draft like that, you just got to fight it. You got to go the opposite way. Slow, 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 slow. Slow, buddy. Speed is everything. The most important thing. You cannot get slow. 70. Okay, now you're perfect. You got it. A little slow. 70, you need to respond without anything else. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
that's the most important thing. But that landing was good, buddy. I wish we had a week.
So when you are hitting the ground, you still want it to be around 70.
No, you're going to be slower than 70 when you hit the ground, but we were so slow that I really had to jam the throttle in, and then, because we hit, I saw 50 something, and you don't want to be that slow. You
Okay.
can stall the airplane and it just won't fly anymore, and then you're going to crash. So you have to, I had jammed the power in. Well, that kind of messed us up a little bit, and we ended up a little faster where we really wanted to be, but I mean, you still did a good job, and you did a little flare there at the end, still a little plop. You're still figuring out where the flare is and how much, and you can't do that in one flight. You know, it's just too hard. All right, one more takeoff, buddy. I'll land back home because that's a whole nother challenge.
Okay.
That little short runway. You got to do that really, just so. All right, but I'll let you do this takeoff. Let me get my flaps where they need to be. Okay, and let's see. Temperature's good, flaps are good. I've got, we'll just follow the same route back home, and I'm ready when you are, buddy. All right, same routine. You want to try one more, or do you want to go back?
I'm ready to hit back up.
Okay. Hold it back until that nose comes off. There you go, a little bit forward. There you go, oh, that's perfect. When it comes off, push forward a little more, until you, yep, just enough. There you go, there you go. That was your takeoff, buddy, 100%. I didn't touch the controls. I just raised your flaps up. Let me know when the trim's good.
A little closer, a little more. A little more. That's good.
Okay, we're going to climb up to, 2,800 feet or so.
Okay.
And once we get to 15, we're going to start a turn to our course, which is at 4,200 on the RPM, which is perfect at 108, 107 miles an hour. That just blows me away. Because the engine's barely working now. You can tell how much quieter it is than when we take off.
Yeah.
It's barely working, and sipping fuel. That's the beauty of it. They're using very little fuel, yet we're going really fast.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, buddy, you got the flying part down. You get up here in the air, you're really good at this. I mean, your altitude, all that. And I'm telling you, in the pattern, it's just like before. All it is getting used to the airplane, and you'd have it. You came really close on a couple of those landings already.
Yeah.
First time in the airplane. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and it is a little different, but the basic concept of just, I guess, steering it and
Yeah.
making it do what I want it to is all just as unfamiliar
Yeah.
as last time. So.
Yeah, it just takes time, and when you get away from it, of course, you get out of practice. It's like anything else. You walk away from your horn for 6 months, you're probably not going to play as well as you used to, you know,
Yeah.
for a little while. But then you pick it back up again, and next thing you know, you have it. You know. This is going to be good, buddy. I'll have another video to put online.
Yeah.
First one with you. I'm really happy about that. It'll be fun. Turning final. Then you hear the iPad yelling at us, terrain, terrain.
Huh.
Doesn't know we're at an airport. So I'm a little slow. We're about 70 to 75 here. Boy, that sun is brutal. Yep, I know, sweetheart. speeds, it's still at 70 or so. I actually went a little fast today, but I gave myself a little more room above the trees than I normally do because I couldn't see them real well tonight. You can't come in the other way. We could have tonight probably, but there would have been a little bit of a tailwind. So you always try to land with the headwind. Okay, so let's see. Landing line out. This goes to ground. That goes to stand. Right off. Okay, buddy. So we're gonna pull up here, and I'm gonna have you go door for me.